Welcome, everybody, to the campus of Prep. We're in Lower Manhattan. From Play-by-Play Productions on YouTube, this is the 2024 ISAL Boys Volleyball Championship match. Brooklyn Friends and the Dwight School meeting a year later after an epic 5-set victory last year by the Dwight School in just their second year as a program. The two teams meeting for the third time this season, where the Dwight School won both regular season matches. The Dwight School is 16-1. Panthers, I should say 12-4 Panthers last year. Got the Archie on hand, 3-all in the opening set. Alex Kindle, from right to left. And Leo, 6'5", played soccer star. Has played club soccer a very long time. Terrific volleyball too. Grew up in Santa Monica. His skills are really and Gordy Andres, deep shoot to the back. Free ball delivered here for Dwight. Contact swung across. Last swing for Dwight, number 8, who had a massive match in last year's championship. Dwight to 5-set victory. His exceeded with the jump set. The hands and the ball. And that's Zach Wolf from the middle blocker position. Go through the lineups momentarily for Brooklyn Friends. Senior-laden team. There will likely not be an underclassman to take the floor of first-year coach. Swing on the second. Didn't go out. We're tied at 5 in this opening set. Dwight School won a 4-7 on for the 18th. In the most recent meeting, 6 5-7. Swings Santiago. His family play volleyball at VFS, and a third-year co-captain has grown a lot, particularly in his defense and all-around games. Their sisters Salma and Camilla starred for VFS. Girls volleyball. Kingold with a swing, and Kingold the touch. It's not there.
X.
6 of
okay.
Back and forth.
I just told him the Iris.
Opening set.
Okay. Huh?
Get that down for Brooklyn Friends, and they typically what's called a 4-2 offense.
Is that
2 setters, middles remain a constant.
The audio input
The wire McLaughlin's block will land out of bounds. So McLaughlin starts outside along with 6-foot senior Colin Taylor, Leo Vincent, 6'5" senior, 2-year starter with first-year starter, 3-year varsity Eli Rubin as the other middle. Rodney Sharon, 7th on the number 10, and it's Sharon that goes into the jump.
Those are all your sources.
These are my sources.
This first set. Daniel Wilbur is the starting libero. Rami Sharon and Ezra Cohen, the 2 setters
right here.
McLaughlin rolls it over. McIntosh, the 8th grade libero, handled, and there is the finish from Gingold. Alex Gingold has sprouted up this year. Now a 6'2" freshman, second year of the varsity. He's moved to the outside, due to his growth spurt under third-year head coach T.M. Chuck, who started the program from its infancy. Roll shot out of the middle as Sharon for Eli Grubin, and that swing missed. And here is the largest lead for either side, the Dwight School Lions by 3. Sharon outside for his top pin in McLaughlin. Ball up by Gingold. And the swing out of the middle, Grubin. Free ball. Sharon hits the second ball, and with his left hand, great vision from Rami Sharon. A 5'7" junior. Varsity soccer. He's also playing club soccer in the spring while balancing being the center for this very veteran Brooklyn Friends team. Wolf, and Wolf unable to get the ball turned over to land. Back line, 10-9. Consecutive points for BFS as they serve. Gingold outside, and Gingold is able to tool the block on Santiago McLaughlin at 6'3". Not many pin hitters in this league at this level of boys volleyball in New York City are going to be able to win one-on-one against Santiago McLaughlin. But clearly Alex Gingold so far a couple times has shown he'll have the athleticism to compete there. McLaughlin tipping over Gingold. Back row attack, and that works for Tom Ifra. The original Lion. Tom Ifra was the very first person to sign up for boys volleyball 3+ years ago. Had played club volleyball and grew up playing volleyball in his native Israel before moving to the United States in 9th grade. Gingold, and the joust is won there, McLaughlin. Well, when those two are going to be front row, that it already has the makings of a pleasure to watch here on our stream from Play by Play Productions. 12-10. And McLaughlin got some help from tape. Ifra, back row attack, will get that to go off of Vincent. And what you just saw in the second meeting, the adjustment made by Coach T, as they call him, T.M. Chuck, head coach of Dwight School, a lot more back row attacks from Tom Ifra. And something BFS is hoping to solve better today, as that is an ace that will drop for Alex Gingold. Alex Gingold last year was the starting libero as an 8th grader. So his quality passing as he targets the libero there and will come up with an ace off of Samuel Wilbur. This will lead to an early timeout, first timeout taken by BFS. Largest lead for the Dwight School is now opening set at 15-10. Giving you the lineup now for the Dwight School. And the center, Ethan Cortez, in his 3rd year in the varsity. Pin hitters, Tom Ifra outside. And along with Alex Gingold. Middle blockers, 6'4" senior Daniel Barsdorf. And the second middle in 5'11" junior Dylan Lytle. Libero, 8th grader Henry McIntosh. And the right side hitter is junior Zach Wolf. Wolf has played club volleyball now. A couple club volleyball players on this Dwight School team. So certainly an advantage in terms of touches. There are no club volleyball players currently for the Brooklyn Friends team. Alex Gingold to jump it up. Dwight has seized control of this opening set, 15-10. Targeting Wilbur, good pass. Vincent to the second ball. Sharon, though, has to free ball. Born DeAndres, swing out of the middle for Shuffler. Matched by Vincent on the joust, getting a touch. Born DeAndres, as Born DeAndres, I think, was confused with what Ifra wanted there. Ifra wanted a high ball. And Dan Born DeAndres setting here in a 5-1 offense for Dwight School to open up. Dan is in his 3rd year in the varsity. In a 6'2", he's been the right side center. Ifrah, this time, more conventional in the swing, met by a double. Gingold, good pass to the front. Born DeAndres with a subtle, you can't call that a full dump from a setter, where he read from the corner of his eyes there was a double block there, so he put it over him quickly. Float serve from Shuffler. A 5-point lead, Born DeAndres for Ifrah. Has to tip over the double. Pushed middle, Vincent. And if there are 15 sets like that, it is going to be a problem for Dwight School today if Leo Vincent has swings like that, nearly uncontested. As Ezra Cohen now front row setting him. Born DeAndres, Ifrah, and he'll tuck it inside of the block of 6'2" senior middle Eli Grubin. Tom Ifrah coming back after being a known commodity in this league. And on his team where everybody knows to stop number 8, he's really had to work on modifying his shots, even having greater vision. There's Born DeAndres with a rare setting error for him. Ifrah did not play club volleyball last summer, but had played for New York City Impact Volleyball 2 years ago. Vincent, good serve. Trouble for Ifrah. He'll still get a decent swing. Cohen tried to rescue the second ball, did what he could with it. McIntosh, Gingold back row attack. 17-13 Dwight School. Grubin stopped one-on-one by Ifrah. Big point there in the rally, and that extends to a 5-point lead again for Dwight. So Ifrah getting the job done defensively. As Ifrah angles it and now lands an ace. Well, Edith Kunchis has already spent the timeout at 15-10. Ifrah targeting Vincent. And Cohen, this time, he'll get the friendly kill at 18-14 for Ezra Cohen, a senior that will travel up north to Toronto to attend school at McGill, where the former center for BFS in Severin Butler, now attends school. Overpass, that's put away by Eli Grubin. Eli co-founding the Sports Broadcasting Club at the upper school at Brooklyn Friends because he's had interest in doing my job. And great help from Santiago McLaughlin, his teammate and friend, to help get that off the mat. There is a nice roll shot. Terrific torque coming from Zach Wolf. High and then straight down from Wolf beautifully from the right side. Wolf playing for New York City Impact and NYC Volleyball Academy now. As no one goes to get the second ball, 20-15. So an issue in communication for BFS. McIntosh. And the swing will come outside, and that's terminated for Santiago McLaughlin. Eli Grubin will continue. Grubin will attend school at Hobart in upstate New York. Gingold, and Gingold still able to make what could have been a free ball into an aggressive swing. Out of the reach of Leo Vincent, 21-16. Wolf to continue. Wolf floats it at Vincent. Here's Kari Taylor, and Taylor is able to go sharply cross court. Kari Taylor, varsity basketball player, will attend University of Miami. Just a natural athlete and tremendous leaper. And if he can get a heavy dose of high balls today, that will go a long way towards Brooklyn Friends being successful as that serve goes out. So far, the White School is winning the serve and pass game. And now they look to finish things off with Gingold, maybe the most dangerous server on the line. Vincent, no touch. 23-17, Dwight School 16-1. Their lone loss came at the hands of perennial New York City power St. Anne's in their first match off of spring break in April. As this ball hits the ceiling, it would have given Vincent a chance to swing on top of it, and instead it is set point. Smaller gym here at Lamont Prep. And Lower Manhattan as Gingold went for it all and commits the service error. Dwight School has a victory against Grace Church this year. 2 wins over BFS. Ifra. Cohen. Vincent fading away, and Vincent is blocked by Shuffler, and that concludes the opening set. 25-18, Dwight School is able to build a lead up to 15-10 and never look back. Their passing game was quality, and the Dwight School Lions at 16-1, trying to continue some momentum moving forward in their season. They lead this ISAL championship match 1-0 from Play by Play Productions. Prep in Lower Manhattan. Ralph Bednarczyk, 1-0. The defending ISAL champion Dwight School Lions taking the opening set 25-18. And for Brooklyn Friends on the season at 12-3. They're also the 2 seed coming up tomorrow on the 10th, where they will host 3-seeded Avenues in the ACIS tournament. The ACIS champion represents the NICACE in the NICACE tournament that'll take place in New York City. New York State boys volleyball has now been a fall sport for almost a decade, but there are still schools that don't participate in the New York State championship and that still have it in the spring, like the ISAL. Rami Sharon on serve. And for Brooklyn Friends, certainly getting off to a better start as they start things off with a service error. And can they disrupt Dwight School and get them uncomfortable and as much out of system as possible? Because Gingold and Ifra have swung to high percentages. Gingold starts off with another ace as he's able to drop one in front of Santiago McLaughlin. Gingold targeting Sharon, and in the pass looking for Cohen, no communication. And that's Cohen, front row center. He has to take over, and Gingold has been the beneficiary. second of aces to open up the second set, 3-0. Cohen, Vincent, and that is exactly what Brooklyn Friends is designed to do. Well, the size of Brooklyn Friends is certainly a difference maker. Talking to Coach East. And this year the offense is playing together as a whole. They're a lot more balanced this year. They have not been reliant on just one person swinging. Here's Ifrah, and Ifrah delivers a terrific cross-court swing, 4-1. Even with a double block there, Ifrah was able to beat the double block in their rhythm to the jump. We're waiting for a signal. The ball did go out. 4-2 on Brody Shuffler's service. Our Lines girls both play volleyball at Lamont Prep. Well, now they're putting up 5-1 with score. But it should be, score should be 4-2, and it is. So they're going to change that. So here's Leo Vincent. Leo maybe speeding himself up too much. Now it's 5-2. Leo plays club soccer for the famed Met Oval Academy. Left-footed player at 6'5" as a holding mid and center back. And will have a very bright future in soccer. He is committed to play soccer at NYU. As we're going to get a lift call out of the middle on Eli Grubin. Set a touch behind him from Cohen. But a tough call to take. And Born DeAndres, 5'8" sophomore. And the swing able to get on that is McLaughlin, 6'3". So you can see the power, the raw power and tools that Brooklyn Friends has in their back to the basics 4-2 offense. And in this case, now it is Rami Sharon front row with Cohen, the back row center. So that takes pressure off. Born DeAndre set a little too tight for Wolf, but then winning up front is Dwight School. Dylan Lytle able to win one-on-one. And the Lions extend to 4. Ifrah targeting Cohen. Free ball from Samuel Wilbur. McIntosh, nice pass that came to Ifrah. Free ball up again. However, free ball returned. Sharon pushes outside for McLaughlin, set too low. Eating up that block is Lytle. A missed opportunity for Brooklyn Friends, 8-3. Lytle in his third year in the varsity. That's the good news when you start a program from scratch and everybody's very young. No one is sitting watching as Ifrah, back row attack, tried to whale it. And this year for TM Chuck, the energy level has been consistent. Their desire has always shown up in every match. And there is a strong bond being together now for many years, where positions are now years in the making. There's no more tinkering or fiddling, and there won't need to be, because there are still only a couple of seniors that play on the floor for Dwight School. And they're going to end up getting a total of 6 years out of Henry McIntosh, who's now the first-year starting libero, wearing the libero jersey once again today. Taylor tried to tool the block off of Wolf, and then we're going to get net violation against Zach Wolf of Dwight School, 9-5. In 2022, Dwight School had 9 players. All of them came back last year to win the championship. Wolf, a terrific roll shot over Taylor. And that is just knowing personnel there for Zach Wolf, realizing that's the 6-foot Kari Taylor opposite him. And the vision to go over him rather than play into Taylor's length and leaping ability. Pass tight. Vincent will get the net violation against Leo Vincent, 10-6. No, check that. Net violation is on Dwight. And Born DeAndres, he will get called for a double. (10-7) and a little momentum now for Brooklyn Friends. Gingold going up for Taylor. McIntosh is on it. Ifrah off hands of Vincent, and it'll still fall. 12-7. And the lead extending to 5. Largest lead of the opening set, also 5 on multiple occasions for Dwight. Vincent has to play it over. Born DeAndres outside Ifrah. No touch. 12-8. Front row is Daniel Barstorff, 6'4", made a mistake earlier. Barstorff is number 12, who's played every position, including senior night recently, put on the libero jersey. Very few 6'4" liberos anywhere in the country, as there is a swing from Ifrah. Able to swing and capitalize around Grubin. 13-8. So I don't know what point Daniel Barstorff may have been a setter in the Dwight School program, but in the 10 years of coaching volleyball anywhere for Team Chuck, he's had one player play every spot. There is Vincent, and Vincent into the net on a hitting error, as that set a touch low for him. Barstorff. Vincent, he'll play it safe. Born DeAndres for Ifrah. Largest lead of the afternoon is now for Dwight at 7. Timeout taken for Edith Kochi. So BFS to try to regroup here under the first-year head coach. Edith was hired in the fall to be the JV girls head coach and the boys varsity head coach, and she's been playing volleyball a while from Sheepshead Bay, and played volleyball at LaGuardia High School before attending FIT. Made the team but decided, I'm going to pursue coaching in my academics, and helped out her LaGuardia High School coach Arthur Sternbach for a 5-year period, boys and girls volleyball, where she received essentially an accelerated master's and has been running the Hideout Volleyball organization for a couple of years, organizing community, beach, winter indoor volleyball, grass volleyball now for 2+ years. And this team has played in some of those tournaments too. And Edith, because our April and actually March, if you remember, had some very nice days. So this BFS team went outside, as Barstorff out of the timeout comes up with the ace. So he targets McLaughlin, and McLaughlin may not have been mentally ready for it. It just went through his hands. 16-8 Dwight School now seizing command of the second set as Barstorff goes into the net. So in the ISAL, the bar has certainly been raised with a sprinkling of club players starting to dot some of the rosters, and that will help greatly as Vincent hits it out. Sophomore Dan Born DeAndres, in his 3rd year in the varsity. Last year he was the starting libero as he sends that out. Or 2 years ago rather, Born DeAndres was the starting libero. Setter last year. This year has been the back row center and playing right side. Born DeAndres Wolf, no touch. 17-11, Brooklyn Friends looking for some momentum. Nice serve, dropped in, Ezra Cohen. Took a little off, and that late drop. Cohen, a 6-foot senior lefty. Last year was the plug-and-play guy. As that is Wolf able to get on top of it. Under head coach Rebecca Chamblee, spent 1 year as the head coach last year, did a wonderful job in taking Brooklyn Friends to an 18-2 season. They lost to Calhoun School 3-0 in the Nice Ace semifinal as Ifrah follows up another ace. 19-12. And Dwight has been lethal from the service line. They've capitalized on any mental errors or ball control errors, and Ifrah delivers another 20-12. Second timeout taken here by Brooklyn Friends. And TM Chuck elated with his team as they come onto the floor. TM started the program in 22. Before that was an assistant coach at New Rochelle High School, his alma mater, and has coached the club level 3 years for the Westchester Pride organization. And a lot of credit goes to former Dwight School athletic director Michael Horvath, who TM met when he was just 19 years old. And he started being the volleyball girls coach in the fall of 16 at Dwight School, noticing his passion for the sport. And that passion built up where TM, for a couple of years prior to 22, started to knock on the door about the possibility of, hey, let's start boys volleyball. And it finally came to fruition in the spring of 22 with 9 players. Then last year, the roster doubled up to 18 players. And now TM, with what he's got over on his bench, they might need an actual school bus or their lone subway car for themselves with the amount of kids that he has playing boys volleyball. And now the success that Dwight School has been building up here at 16-1 of the season, and in control of the second set, 20-12. Ifrah, and Ifrah has another ace. Well, Cohen did not move his feet to get under it and provide a platform. And Dwight School from the service line has been able to pick apart BFS. Ifrah will go short, and this one evades Wilbur. Late movement in front of Samuel Wilbur. And the lead expands to 10. Wilbur, a senior libero that will attend Oberlin College in Ohio. Cohen, and Cohen unable to control the first contact. A string of 3 more aces for Ifrah, putting on the finishing touches of the second set. Vincent on the back pedal, good pass. McLaughlin, and in frustration, and it is set point in the second for Dwight. Well, on Monday, it was 2-0 Dwight, as Ifrah is finally off the service line, 24-13, before Brooklyn Friends got themselves together big time. And they forced a 5th set, taking the 3rd and the 4th before losing 15-12 on Monday. And McLaughlin commits the error, 25-13, a runaway for Dwight School. They take the second set in a big way and now lead the match 2-0. They were able to put together what ended up being a 12-5 closing run to not look back. And now Dwight, will see if they put on the finishing touches of the match, or will it be a repeat? Will Brooklyn Friends play their best volleyball to try to force a 5th and deciding set? 25-13, the final in set 2. We're back for set 3 in a moment. from YouTube and Play-by-Play Productions. And welcome back live here to the campus of Lamont Prep in Lower Manhattan. 2024 ISAL Boys Volleyball Championship in a rematch of last year's throw that went 5 sets, with one-seeded Dwight School leading this match 2-0 over 2-seed Brooklyn Friends. Scores 25-18 in the first, 25-13 in the second, as Dwight School is able to capitalize and particularly on the service line for the last 10 points. Edith Kochi was able to spend the timeout late there, but it wasn't able to change anything. So Brooklyn Friends now in position, the same one that they were in on Monday, where they trailed 2-0, won sets 3 and 4. And we'll have to hope for a difference here. That match on Monday the 6th took place at Dwight School on the road, this being a neutral floor. Tough serving again from Gingold. Born DeAndres for Barsdorf. And the call is net violation on Vincent of Brooklyn Friends. Gingold, as he attacks Cohen there, and Cohen sliding over in front of Wilbur. 2-0 and another ace. Well, communication must improve for Brooklyn Friends in the back row. Otherwise, this will be like shooting fish in a barrel for Dwight School in the service line between Ephra and Gingold. Sharon, back row swing, McLaughlin. Born DeAndres, and that is a clear. Born DeAndres definitely has some beach experience, because that is deep, deep dish that he was trying to go cross court back to the net with the set. So he got called officially for a lift, not a double, as Ephra comes back and comes up with the kill, 3-1. Barsdorf commits the service error, 3-2. So far, Brooklyn Friends has not put together one stretch of great momentum. Samuel Wilbur, and there was a touch from McIntosh
McIntosh took a step forward, and that would be all. Henry McIntosh, 8th grader, still about 5'1", but has done volleyball often in open play and clinics, and is interested in club volleyball in the near future. Born DeAndres, great set for Ifrah. Overpass, Born DeAndres swinging. Cohen, Vincent, and Vincent got hands from Born DeAndres, and he gets the kill. And here is the lead for Brooklyn Friends, 4-3 in the third. Wilbur, and Ifrah passes the test beautifully. And that is a point. I think that was going to be 4 contacts anyway. The up official let it go. Before it went out, 5-3. So here is a 4-0 response and the largest run from the Panthers so far. Wilbur, Gingold perfect to the front. Gingold back row attack. That missed. McIntosh, Born DeAndres, second ball, using the foot for the varsity soccer player, and then Vincent takes care of it. There was a, well, they'll say Gingold did not touch it, and I don't know about that. 6-4. Dan Born DeAndres had done that a couple times last year, keeping plays alive with the feet. Going up for Vincent. Wolf. And Wolf was sort of caught in between, going line or cross when his body was going across the court. Born DeAndres was expecting his middle Lytle to go up. Cohen. And that's a double contact against Ezra Cohen. So Cohen decided to hit the second ball. Seven, 5. Grubin. Gingold swings over the block. Wolf, good decision from Born DeAndres. Cohen, here comes McLaughlin. Santiago McLaughlin had to read where that set was going immediately. The coach, he's so proud of his involvement of not just being a power hitter, Born DeAndres, and that's the over called. That's a tough call against Eli Grubin. As a middle, you're expecting someone is about to come and swing, except neither Barstorff or I think Gingold, front row, were nowhere to be found. Overpass, Barstorff. And it'll be a lift against Grubin. Well, it's the right call. Lead remains 2 for Brooklyn Friends, third set. Free ball for Dwight. Wolf stopped one-on-one. McLaughlin asking maybe for a carry, and then able to hammer away and tool the block is Gingold. Love the story told by Coach T.M. Chuck about Tom Ifrah not just being the original Lion, or the Lion King Tom Ifrah, is that he has taken Alex Gingold tremendously under his wing and has been a great older brother to him as a pin hitter and the future #1 pin hitter likely for the Lions for the next 3 years. As we are tied now at 8, third set. And now Ifrah is going to speak to the up official. Anyways, Alex Gingold, great to visit and meet his parents. Dad, Eric Gingold, was in preseason training camp with the 95-96 Chicago Bulls, a 7-year European pro, as a 7'1" big man that played at Division III power Williams College in the NESCAC. And the Gingolds here supporting their son Alex, who certainly sprouted about 3 inches since last year. Here is Gingold, and he's able to get that to fall. A sharp swing going line. And here is Dwight seizing control of the third set, now 9-8. This is a 6-2 run for the Dwight School Lions. Hold on a moment as our officials, realizing that the scoreboard is incorrect. We have the score as 9-8, Dwight School in the lead. There are 2 officials working this championship. Oftentimes, you'll see high school matches only have 1 up official. So it is 9-8. Corey Taylor has to surrender a free ball. Born DeAndres trying to connect with Barstorff, and there's the block one-on-one. That was, I think, Taylor and McLaughlin going up, 9-all. Gingold, cross-court shot. So Dwight has been able to self-correct in this third set after falling behind by as many as 3 at 6-3, 7-4, 8-5. And a poor touch from Cohen and an ace delivered from Gingold. And I think I made the mistake. It is 12-9. Vincent. And Vincent is able to deliver the kill. Well, BFS, when they've been able to set the middle, it has been mostly uncontested. But in volleyball, you've got to do all the other things to make that possible. There is an overpass. Well, that went over the curtain hanging. BFS expecting that it might hit the ceiling, therefore would be a dead ball if it was on BFS's side. But it somehow found a hole, it carried over, and it landed in. 13-10 Dwight. Vincent, in frustration, hammers away. Slowed by Lytle. Vincent, and is able to bring down the overpass, 13-11. Leo still plays club soccer here in the spring. Captained his team at Santa Monica from U17 to U13. Has played in Brussels, Belgium, where he played in a club academy of a pro organization. There's Born DeAndres again, being called for his 3rd lift or double contact. And the difficulty is when you have your back to the net. Unfortunately, officials, I think, at this level are not going to give the benefit of the doubt. And certainly not indoors. Born DeAndres again ups the ball with his foot. Vincent. So he gets the Panthers even at 13. Gingold. Spectacular back row attack. And that ball drops in for an ace on the line. Serving has popped up in a heavy benefit to Dwight School in each set. Born DeAndres. And that'll put a pause to Dwight School's momentum. 15-14. Brooklyn Friends trying to force a fourth set and put some pressure on Dwight as they did on Monday. Wolf, chance to regroup. Cohen in for Grubin, almost got all of it. And now Wolf and Born DeAndres running into one another. And Dwight showing frustration, 15 all. And here is maybe the window that Brooklyn Friends needs. Ifrah. Tip slowed down by McLaughlin, and then we'll get a double contact against the center, Rami Sharon of Brooklyn Friends. So Dwight back in front, Ifrah. Grubin, and he is stopped one-on-one. Hello, Dylan Lytle, 17-15. Here comes McLaughlin, and that ball landing out. Timeout taken by Brooklyn Friends. 18-15 Dwight. Cohen shooting for McLaughlin to run up and get a middle swing, but the set landed over the net and out of bounds. So Brooklyn Friends to talk it over again. They led in the early going several times by 3. 8 of the 11 players on the roster for Brooklyn Friends are seniors. Started off the season 3-0, then won in 5 sets against Avenues. They won the opening set against St. Anne's, who's Dwight School's lone loss. They won the opening set 26-24. And St. Anne's' last check still undefeated in terms of sets besides that. So there's a chance Brooklyn Friends could face St. Anne's in the ACIS championship game, which would take place next week, regardless of the result of this one. Wolf, and Wolf will jam away against McLaughlin. Ifrah. St. Anne's went undefeated 7-0 in the ACIS division, as there's McLaughlin. 19-16. St. Anne's is taking on 4-seeded Packer Collegiate tomorrow in the ACIS semifinals, and the winner of those semifinals, Brooklyn Friends and Avenues, St. Anne's Packer Collegiate, they will play on May 13th in the ACIS championship game. Winner going to the NICE tournament. Lift is called on Born DeAndres. 19-17. Cohen targeting Gingold, and that worked out. So Ezra Cohen has great potential. He was a serving specialist last year as a junior for Rebecca Chambly, and their backup setter. A 6-foot lefty setter, so there's a lot of things you like that are built in. That McIntosh this time perfect. Gingold, Wilbur fought it off. McLaughlin, and again they'll get Born DeAndres. No, actually they call a net violation on Wolf. So we're tied at 19 with Ezra Cohen on the service line for Brooklyn Friends. Gingold, and that was uncontested. Well, someone made a mistake for Brooklyn Friends. When you know number 9 is by himself out there, and no one went up. Nice short serve by McIntosh, got the overpass. Born DeAndres, and his set went over, but it will still work out here for Dwight, 21-19. Now the 8th grade libero, McIntosh. Free ball given up by Grubin. Wolf went with the roll shot. Sharon, quick tempo ball for McLaughlin. This certainly has developed into a rivalry with the top 2 programs in the ISAL boys. And you could tell by the body language on both sides. And now we'll see how that will carry over, because ISAL boys volleyball, as it grows, will need rivalries to help continue to push the bar higher and higher. Barsdorf tips over the block of McLaughlin. Vincent gives up a free ball. 21-20 Dwight, 3rd set, Wolf. Dwight inching closer. And perhaps have learned a lesson from Monday's match, where they nearly let a 2-0 lead slip away. Wolf, and Wolf drops in an ace. Sharon, Taylor, and they'll get Taylor for a lift. And it is championship point for Dwight School. Well, head coach T.M. Chuck has been working at the Dwight School now for 8 years. And he is a point away from back-to-back league championships. McLaughlin put away by Gingold. And Dwight celebrates their 3rd win over Brooklyn Friends this season. Their marvelous season continues. They are ISAL champions for the 2nd straight year. Last year was a marathon 5-setter. This year, Dwight School showing just how much they have grown and evolved. They put together a sweep over a senior-laden Brooklyn Friends team. Final scores 25-18, 25-13, and 25-20 convincingly for the Dwight School Lions. They are not in the ACIS tournament, but they improved to 17-1 on the season. Their low loss to New York City Power St. Anne's. And TM Chuck has a team that is still in the building phase with only a small handful of seniors: Ethan Cortez, Tom Ifra, and Daniel Barsdorf, who have been part of the program the last 30 years since its infancy. Congratulations to the Dwight School Lions for their achievement. They certainly stepped on the competition today. And for the original line, the Lion King, Tom Ifra, he leaves a lasting legacy of back-to-back ISAL championships, and certainly leaving a legacy of being a driving force in terms of work ethic and desire to be excellent in this sport. Tom is going to go back to Israel next year for a gap year before likely matriculating to UConn to be a student 2 years from now, as a player that is certainly going to be remembered in the hallways of Dwight School, and certainly by TM Chuck and the coaching staff. There's a trophy presentation. And Dwight now may have its own trophy case in the making. A program that's only been around 3 years might need its own trophy case. They've got now 2 trophies to place there and lifelong memories about what they are establishing. Again, the final totals 25-18, 25-13, 25-20 for the Dwight School Lions. Brooklyn Friends falls to 12-4 in the season. They will host Avenues tomorrow in the 2-3 game in the ACIS tournament semifinals, with a chance to advance to the ACIS championship to represent in the NISACE tournament, the New York State Independent Schools tournament. So they still have meaningful volleyball to play after they take their 3rd loss of the year to Dwight and 2nd in 4 days. That'll do it for our entire crew today. For our director, Mike Stam, a pleasure. My name is Ralph Bendorchik, saying so long and have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you for watching the ISAL Boys Volleyball Championship from Play by Play Productions on YouTube.